a quick workout for you to do. It's all upper body based, and we're focusing on biceps and back. So some of these exercises you will have seen in videos earlier in these 30 days of fun we're having, but some of them are going to be new. A lot of the new ones are down at the bottom, and they're just kind of variations. How we switch up exercises, change time under tension, kind of mess with the volume and intensity of them. So you can use a resistance band if that's what you have. You'll primarily be standing on it. So it's a lot of bicep curls and rows. So you're either going to be 1 foot in, curling, or maybe 2 feet in, standing wider, rowing. Whatever it is, maybe you want 1 or 2 resistance bands, but all of them are going to be done in that manner. One exercise here, the opposite isometric curl. If you have 2 resistance bands, that would be ideal. One will have to be holding and the other one would be working. So if you were standing on 2 resistance bands, one would be held here and the opposite would be working, all right? If you only have one, then you'll just do single arm curls. That's completely fine. I'm going to actually just try to zoom through every exercise on here without showing both the resistance band and the dumbbells, because I'm hoping you guys have seen the videos in the past or can figure out enough how to stand on the resistance band in order to continually produce primarily this movement or this movement, all right? So if you have weights, I'm using 10s today. Probably gonna want something in the 8 to 15 range. Maybe some of the men out there can get up above 15 to the 20, 25 range, but it is a lot of biceps, so let's not be too crazy here. So we're gonna start with a traditional bicep curl. So we're rotating those palms, facing ourselves. All of these exercises, I want you guys to be really cognizant of not swaying around, not letting your body move, and not swinging the dumbbells to use momentum to produce the movement itself. 2 more. Bent over, underhand row, which means you're going to rotate those palms away from you. Remember, we keep our back nice and flat. We're rowing in, pinching those shoulder blades, keeping a nice neutral back posture. 4, 5, and a nice easy thing about today is that all of your reps are intense. Good. Hammer curl, we hopefully remember, that's palms stay facing in at each other as we rotate up to the top. So all of the different hand positions and angles we're going to use here today are all targeting your biceps or your back muscles in a different way. It's more load on one muscle than the other, or recruits more muscles than the other. So going right back to that bicep curl. Give yourself 5 seconds, curling right back up. That'll be the tough transition, going from your hammer curl right to your bicep curl. The other thing that makes this workout challenging here today is even when we work our back is a pulling motion. Pulling generally causes flexion at your elbow. That's 10. Flexion at your elbow, or this movement here, that's your biceps. Whether you're out here or you're out here, your biceps are what flex your elbow. So you're using your biceps almost the entire time here in some capacity. So when you do these rows, really important that you think about using your back more than your biceps to give them a little bit of a break here. And that's 10, so that you don't burn them out. We will take a nice break onto our hammer curls here. We will take a nice break between each round, review the exercises. I'll quick review the resistance band. All right, back onto our bicep curl. So my name this week, guys, kind of lame, but what I was going for was going to be about like staying at a bed and breakfast. because unfortunately Mike and I were supposed to spend this weekend in Florida, one of our last trips before the baby came together. So I was feeling a little sad. So I was going to call it staying at the B&B with, play on words, biceps and back, and bed and breakfast. But one more. At least I get to have my health, have my house, have my job. A lot of things to still be thankful for. Healthy baby. Two more. Good. Hammer curls. Halfway. And break. Good. So as promised, a little bit of break. Put those weights down. Let your arms relax. So reverse fly over back here. We've done a ton of these guys. It's just one of my favorite exercises. You're going to see it a lot more for the next 10 or 15 days, however many workouts we have left. A wide curl is out to the side. So this might be an exercise you want to stand a little wider on that resistance band, coming straight up towards you. Reverse fly, remember, is pulling apart on the resistance band. Bent over wide row on that resistance band again. You want to just end with your arms wide, so you have to find that right tension or the right resistance to execute that. The cross hammer curl is coming in here, across your body, but keeping your elbow and your wrist in the same alignment here versus rotating as you come up. So you'll stay on one side for 10, and then you'll switch to the other if you're using the resistance band. If you're using dumbbells with me, you'll be alternating arms, all right? If you have two of the exact same resistance bands, you can step one on each foot and do it that way also. Otherwise, you're gonna have to switch the resistance band in each hand, which is fine if you wanna do it. I just think that's a lot of work. So, grab those weights again. We're gonna start with our reverse fly. Hinged over, nice flat back, core is tight, flying open. This is another big one where you wanna watch your momentum, that you're not throwing the weight and letting it just fall back down. You want to make sure you're controlling it in both directions. One more. Good. Wide curl. We're going to turn those palms facing out, coming right up to our shoulders. Just keep a little bend in those knees, nice tight core. This targets that long head of the biceps a little differently. Focuses in on that short head. 9 and 10. Good. Bent over wide row. So same position you were just in for that reverse fly. This time, instead of an underhand grip that we took on the first round, we're going to go wide, palms down, rowing up to those shoulders. We did this exercise last week on the shoulder workout. Eight, 9, 10. Good work. The cross-body hammer curl. So remember, that's coming in here. We're going to alternate arms. Watch that momentum. So we've got 20 total. Getting close here. This is 8 an arm, because we do both sides. I think, again, I miss Jane. It's always helpful to have someone with you to count. All right, good. So we're going back up to the top with our reverse flies. So again, showing you from the side. Core is tight, back is neutral. Controlling those weights as they go up and down. All of that workload between those shoulder blades, across the upper back. Keeping our core tight. more. That's one exercise, guys, you might find 10-pound weights to be a little bit too much for. If you have resistance bands or something lighter, might be one you want to take those on. All right, wide curl. So we don't traditionally do a ton of bicep curls here at the gym, but put a lot of my comfort zone. Thought it might be fun to do a workout a little bit different and targeted on something that I don't usually do, kind of grow myself as a trainer a bit here. So bent over wide rows. Got 3 more here. And break, good. We have our hammer curls, cross body now. So I'm hoping Jessica Winnemuller watches this video, and she does this. She loves a good bicep workout. I love a good shout out to make people be accountable. Thinking this is 8 here. If you guys are counting, which I hope you are, and this is not 9 or 10, I mean, keep going. But if I'm right, let's move on. We're going back up to the top on our reverse flies. Hinged over, flat back, core is tight. We've got 10. Good, that's 10. We're at our wide curl. Halfway here. 4 more. Mine are starting to catch up here. 8, 9, 10. Excellent. We've got our bent over wide row now. Hinge those hips, core is tight, glutes are loaded, hamstrings are loaded, rowing wide, feeling those posterior shoulders kick on. Four more. Last one. And break, good. Finishing with our crossbody hammer curl here. I'm gonna try to count really well this time. So, we're gonna get a break here in just a second. We'll review the next set of 3. This is a little bit faster of a workout, so if you're feeling like you wanna spend a little bit more time where your biceps aren't quite burning, which mine are on fire, then maybe you should hit pause after we finish these. Go through another round quickly of each exercise before you join us here in the last set. Or just go outside. Although it's not particularly great weather, maybe you can do something else inside or check out another video. 1 more each side. I think I counted right. And break, good. Put those weights down. Stretch those arms out a little bit here. Have a bit of water. All right, single arm rear deltoid raise. This is another one that might be hard to do with the 10-pound weights, or it might just feel like a pretty big challenge. Rear deltoid, back of our shoulder here. So we're gonna be in this position, pulling back. All right, so you'll be moving that dumbbell back with you. If you have the resistance band, you'll just be stepping on it. We'll do 10 on one, and we'll switch 10 on the other. So easy to do with the resistance band. Opposite isometric curl. Just means one is holding, and the other one is curling. So maybe you have a weight and a resistance band, but you don't have two weights or something like that. You can always hold a weight in one and curl the other, and then switch the weights and curl, or hold the resistance band, whatever works. You're just looking isometric. You can hold anything, hold a book. I don't know if I'd hold a baby in one arm, but maybe a really small dog. And then alternating bent over neutral grip row. So we're here and we're just alternating sides on this rowing, spending a little bit more time in this posture, a little bit more time in retraction, avoiding any rounding forward of our back, but instead holding in some good flat back posture, pulling in, activating all through our lats on those rows. So let's get started. For these single arm rear delt raise, I'm gonna put one arm on my foot, or excuse me, on my leg, and I'm gonna raise straight back, palm facing in towards you. Make sure that you're not using momentum again, and you can come to a stop at that top, and our back is flat in this position, and our chest is neutral. One more. So the hand on the leg, as you see me scratch my face, it's really awareness to make sure that we're not throwing and momentum twisting through, but that I'm keeping that flat or straight, parallel shoulder posture. We're taking just like a very slight angle out from our body, not going straight tight to our hips and our ribs. One more. Perfect. Again, not an exercise to think about how far you can make that weight move or how fast you can, but about using the right muscle groups. So holding one, curling the other. We've got 10 on each side. This will be a big burnout. We'll switch which arm we start with each time, each round. 8, 9, and 10, good. So now we're holding the other arm, curling. Weight's probably gonna feel pretty light on that moving arm now. Here to start. As you get tired, watch out for a lot of swinging, trying to pull that weight around. Keep your body motionless. Also think about what you're doing with your other arm. One more, and break. Good. Alternating bent over neutral grip row. So here, nice flat back posture, core is tight, shoulders are pinned back versus slouching and letting those weights pull us forward, and we're alternating in. Keep that core nice and tight. If you have access to a lot of weights at home, this might be one you want to go heavier on. All of these rows might be one you want to go heavier on. That's great. But most of us don't have that many weights at home. We've got 2 more sets each side. That's 1 set each side, and that's 2. And break, good. All right, putting one weight down. We're on our single arm rear delt raise here. Try to come to that pause at the top. You guys, a side view here. Trying to limit any motion through here. Really isolating everything to the shoulder. You should feel your triceps. Triceps and your posterior or back of your shoulder here, rear delt. It's another one where you don't want to be leaning forward every time you do the movement. We're super still. Shoulder head is staying a little bit more neutral or trying to prevent rolling forward every time. One more. Good. Did a couple bad ones in there, so we can do a few extra. Okay, so now we're going to start with the opposite arm held up, curling with the arm we curled with second last time. Almost done here, guys. Hopefully for those of you that are quarantined with your family, you get to spend the day together. Two more. Those of you that don't get to be with your family, hopefully you get some time, have a nice little virtual call to them today. I know I'll be calling my sister up in Canada. I'll call my parents down in Illinois, my parents out in North Carolina. Two more. And break, good. Whew. Feeling that isometric. Here we go, hinged over, alternating rows. Remember to row towards the middle of your body line, right? Aim for that belly button. We don't want to pull too high, overactivating our upper traps. So 7 on each side here, going all the way to 10. And 10, good. All right, one more time through, guys. Single arm, rear delt lift here. Delt raise, I guess. Just control it. I don't want to see, well, I can't see you, but I don't want you to see the weight swinging around. It makes it A, harder to stop at the back to get that small pause in. It also means that your muscles aren't actually doing it. You're using that shoulder as a pendulum, which is great on different exercises, like a kettlebell swing, but not on this one. Good, we're switching sides. Core is tight, back is flat. If you don't want to use your leg, you can always use a wall too. You can use a wall, you can use a chair. It's just something helpful to keep yourself in control, something to brace against to produce this movement. 9 and 10, good. Grabbing that weight. So I'm going to alternate. I'm going to do 5, holding this, and then after 5 I'm going to switch, and we'll do it again. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good, switching sides again. Just sharing that time under tension here. 4 and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Last round, bent over rows, neutral grip here, alternating. Core is tight, back is flat. Pinching those shoulder blades. Working to make sure that we extend at the elbows each time without letting our shoulders round forward. Those joints working separate of each other. 3 more here, I think. 2 on each side here. This will be our last one. And break. All right, guys, that is the workout for today. Hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. If you feel like you need a little bit more on that upper body, take another round of everything. Otherwise, enjoy some time with your family, and we'll see you on Monday. Bye, guys.